We are live. This is the market update. This is the altcoin FOMO market update. I'm your host, Bill Noble. Big cap tech companies are literally FOMOing into everything regarding artificial intelligence with huge numbers all at the same time. Like, to me, it looks like panic buying. Talent, facilities, nuclear reactors, but really, Ethereum should be at 2,700. AI coins are only up 3 to 5%. Valuations have changed. You're going to see this headline in the Financial Times or the Wall Street Journal in a week or two. Valuations have changed, right? Because of what they're paying for companies, what they're paying for people, what they're paying for facilities. So if you're wondering why you're waking up today and the thing that everyone owns, Bitcoin, is not doing much, and the thing that everyone doesn't own, ETH, Solana, AI coins, you name it. See ya, right? Valuations have changed. We're going to go over the news. We're going to go over the facts. We're going to go over the Instagram riots all over the United States. Probably shouldn't say that. It's kind of naughty. It's choreography so that they can get what they want. And you know what they're not going to get? They're not going to get you. They're not going to get you. All right. We have Ben from Down Under. What's up? MJ Hits. Warmon. Hello. Blown Ideas. What's going on? Zepetis. Miguel. Dozer. What's happening? Jacob. Can't Stop the Cap TV. Hello. Kevin from Lakeland, Florida. Arendon. DH. Tyler. Javier is here. Oh, no. And Jelster. Fighting Kaizen Warriors. Okay. Let's go. Amazing things can happen when you cut government spending. That's what's currently going on in Argentina. And needless to say, we're not doing that. I don't know. I don't know why we're not doing that, but we're not doing that. They just want to keep on carrying on for whatever reason. Guess in order to get a couple $100 million or a couple $100 billion for the border, or security or defense, they have to just let everything go crazy with the spending. And that is going to moon this space like you don't know. And then we got a little bit of social disorder, pixie dust, sprinkled on top of it. And this whole theory that I have is that, hey, wait until you see it. Civil war will be trending. It's like, I don't know, American Revolution 2.0. You're going to have the whole thing. It's a fantastic, fantastic show. Meanwhile, the real news, holy cow. Amazon to invest $20 billion in a gigantic data center. How gigantic? Well, they're going to connect it to a nuclear power facility. Gee, we need some power? Excellent. What are you doing with all that power? What are you doing with all that computing power? I don't know. Building something that doesn't have your best interests at heart. That's what they're doing with this. And then, of course, there's this unbelievable FOMO, right? Okay, so we're going to recruit some new guys, right? We're going to build Team Skynet, the super intelligence AI team, and we are going to give them $100 million pay packages like an NFL football player or a baseball player or a soccer star. There we go. This is $100 million for people, not projects, people. $20 billion for hardware. Prices are going up. FOMO. Woo! At the market. Did this little video, random video about like what it was like in 1999. Welcome back to 1999. The FOMO is back in legacy. Asset prices are going up a lot. A lot. Billionaire says Bitcoin's going to 850K. That's possible. Or you could have ETH at 8,000. Stable coins traveling on ETH. AI traveling on ETH. Not to mention what happens when everyone figures out and goes, oh my God, we got to get away from fill in the blank. Sovereigns. Tech bros. Whatever. We got to get away from fill in the blank. Should be a tweet. We got to get away from, and we're going to buy, and no one's interested. Everyone's out. It's crypto winter, blah, 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 blah. This is just going to be like, this isn't even going to be a rocket. It's going to be it's going to be like a meteor in reverse. Meteors come in flaming this way. It's going to be like lighted on fire and whoosh, gone. Gone. Okay, so now for the ultimate theater, that probably does have a serious edge to it. Okay, so the governor of California, who's a card-carrying communist, not ashamed of it. It is what it is. Okay. Yeah, he says it's a manufactured crisis. We're suing the White House. Good luck with that. I think it's in the Constitution who's got the authority, but okay. Okay. All right. So now the editorial guys are out, the cops are being cruel, and, now everyone's cruel and everyone's having such a hard time out there on the streets taking pictures for Instagram. Meanwhile, while cops get rocks thrown at them, just because it's theater, it doesn't mean people are getting hurt. It's choreographed. It's everywhere. First was San Francisco. Now they got it in Austin. Everybody wants to throw rocks. Ray Dalio is going to call it a civil war. I call it an organized commercial for crypto. We got to get into a different system. If this was happening in any other country, you'd be listening to Wall Street pundits in suits going, oh my God, you got to sell all the currency. Got to get out of this country. Buy gold. So Orange Man says on the way to the helicopter, rest Newsom. Yeah, I would. What's the incendiary statement of the day, right? It's just so textbook Orange Man, even if you like it. Newsom and the, Homeland Security guy or border guy should, just go arrest him. We don't need to arrest Gavin Newsom. If anything, we need communists like they're out on the tape so they can show what they're really all about, to be honest with you, if we're going to get super edgy. But, these guys are all, it's like they're playing off of each other to all get what they want. Newsom probably does want disorder and chaos, right? And who knows, the right may want that as well to justify the amount of money that they want to spend. And that includes, the company whose name is like Plant. Let's do it that way. Billionaire Michael Saylor went on Jordan Peterson's show. He has 8 million viewers. So I haven't seen this. I don't know if Peterson was brave enough to ask Saylor if he thought he was crazy, that he was out of his mind, because Saylor used to party, I think. So I don't know if Peterson tried to break him down or not, or if he just, Mike just wrote him a check to talk. Amazing when you see these things, it's at a top, not a top like it goes down. But it's like, I saw this and I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to alt season. It's perfect, right? I'm on Jordan Peterson. I'm on Joe Rogan, and they'll sit there at 110 for a couple of months. Right? Michael Saylor will dictate the price of Bitcoin with these preferred stock offerings. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, again, the thing about Bitcoin is, jokes aside, when the sellers are gone, and the sellers are already gone in altcoins, it's like that stuff, people just flat out packed it up. I am convinced that most altcoins are sitting inside of hedge funds in secure hands, and people are not selling. They are absolutely not selling. Last week, Bitcoin blockchain reached 900,000. Block 900,000. Incredible. Okay, another sign of alt season. Bitcoin guys talking about a top. Historically, Bitcoin cycle top is when a certain moving average gets to the old all-time high. Okay, well, they got more work to do on the upside, I'm sure, and I'm sure they'll have a big hoo-ha to the upside in Bitcoin. Not that there's a problem with Bitcoin, but you have a massively undervalued asset class underneath it. And as you have Bitcoin either taking a victory lap or going completely mainstream on things like Peterson and Rogan, the whole rest of the ecosystem just screams. It's like, oh, it's up 5%. I can't buy it. Okay. What's up 3% today, 5% yesterday, and then it'll be up 15% in one day when some stupid thing happens and people go, oh my God, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this anymore. Okay, here's a little silly candle, 2,700 ETH. Boom. Ethereum's at a critical inflection point. Okay. Analysts say at Bernstein, ETH is reaching an inflection point from speculation, as crypto pivots from speculation to blockchain-driven real-world financial innovation. In other words, get me out of the system, or let's make a new system, or both. That's really what they're trying to say. It's YouTube. Okay? I know what these guys are saying. They're saying buy the tech component of crypto. Is what they're saying. DeFi and the American spirit. Are you ready for this? From the Securities and Exchange Commission. Am I living in the twilight zone? We're selling and we're bearish, and the SEC is talking about DeFi and the American spirit. Gensler was like, yeah, I'll give you the East German spirit and just haul you into court and bankrupt you with legal fees. And no one is interested in this. No one is interested. The thing that's incredible is that we thought Uncle Sugar was coming in to moon our bags directly. And as I say every day, he's going to moon our bags with his behavior. All of them. Newsom, Orange Man, Powell, everybody. Everybody. Elon with the black eye. Bessent with the step back counterpunch. It's coming right to you, people. Coming right to you. Bitcoin climbs to 110. Okay. Bitcoin's rally from last week's decline as a peaceful rally. That's funny. Watch out for the bull trap because, I don't know, we're liquidating everybody. This James Wynn thing, what a psyop, right? They sucked everybody in who copy traded them. They liquidated everybody, and they just turn around and take it the other way. Oldest trick in the book, although, a trader with wallet addresses who leads everyone down this terrible hole and they buy everything and just go the other way. It's the era of deep fakes, right? Except it's not a deep fake. It's, I don't know. Maybe it's a real guy. Who knows? Everyone just followed him into a hole. How convenient. Bitcoin ETF outflow slows. I didn't know there was any outflow to begin with. Probably out of anything except BlackRock's, as everyone panics, turns around, says, I don't want it anymore. I don't want to play. It crashed to 100. Oh my God, it's so low. It's at 100. It's going to 0. When it was at 70, I had a business associate who was like, it was going to 100. We got laughed off the internet. Now a move to 100 is a crash. South Korea unveils plan to allow crypto stablecoins. Everyone's going to do stable coins and everybody's going to want to bid for their own government debt. That's it. I'm waiting for the Japanese. The Japanese, I can't believe they haven't come in yet on a yen stable coin. I mean, they must want, they're going to probably tell every insurance company, every bank, everyone's got to have a yen stable coin and have JGBs backing it. I mean, I know we're doing it. We're ahead of everybody. That's good. Okay, Bitcoin Treasury Blockchain Group eyes $342 million purchase of the wrong currency. Yes, I just said that. That's right. Right. Yes, Bitcoin is going up. Yes, there is an incredible case for Bitcoin. Yes, there is. And it could just go up a lot. after ETH goes to 4,200 on a line. And Solana goes to 300 or higher. And XRP is underperforming. I have no idea why. You have massive, massive valuations going on in technology, and Ripple's got to go public into this, man. They got to go public. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they got to follow Circle. They just got to let the rally get started. All these companies, see, seriously, think about this. So we start with ETH today, right? Legacy and TradFi and the tech bros are already off to the races. So it starts with ETH, then it goes Gemini, Kraken, Ripple, right? Fireblocks. I mean, like I said, it's 1999 all over again. Okay. So in crypto stocks, we have the innovators, right? You have the innovator, the imitator, and the idiot. Right now in crypto stocks, we're at the innovator. Galaxy, Circle, probably Gemini next. Then will be the imitators, like all the Bitcoin treasury companies probably trying to imitate what Michael Saylor did or Metaplanet. Now, in Bitcoin, we're at the imitator phase, right? Let's all imitate Michael Saylor. Okay? That's fine. Because, I mean, you know, the innovator period was a long time. The imitator period takes a long time. And then we'll eventually have whatever the Bored Ape of Bitcoin is, we'll eventually have the idiots. Most likely that'll be companies like DJT, you know, selling derivatives and doing really, you know, smaller players doing super risky things to buy stuff at the top when the outperformance is at the stuff at the bottom. The stuff they won't touch is the stuff that's going up. But the innovator, the imitator, and the idiot now playing in crypto. SEC wants innovation exemption for DeFi platforms. Can you imagine that coming out with like ETH in the heyday? Oh. Okay. Trump Media, Semler Scientific could be the cheapest Bitcoin treasury companies. Okay. Hopefully these are imitators. Hopefully Trump Media is not the idiot and doing insane risky things to buy Bitcoin. I'm more comfortable with World Liberty and their ETH position, even though they're down. You would expect them, if they can get capital, to come in and double up. Plasma XPL token, $500 million. It's $19.99. I will pay any price to get in. No price is too high. Nothing. Oh, AI people? Okay, $100 million. Is that a nuclear power plant? I'll take one. Is that a stablecoin project? $1 billion. Hey, I'm not making this up. This is happening. It's just not it's not a meme coin. So you have to actually think about it, and you don't have to think that hard. It's like, oh, wow. People are paying a lot for stuff. Wow. Maybe I should buy something. KULR plans to raise $300 million to fuel Bitcoin purchases. Okay. Telegram founder's arrest was an act of humiliation, says the son of a chief propagandist. He's right. Right? Let's just show what happens when we don't like you. He did it to McAfee. Dubai real estate sales hit 18 billion as they try to get it all online. And, you know, again, everybody in London moving to Dubai. I know a smart guy who did it like 4 or 5 years ago. What a genius. BlackRock Ethereum accumulation mounts. Solana's expanding client stack. The client ecosystem is growing. I like this headline. So they have clients, but it's also decentralized. Look, you're going to have $1 trillion in stable coins sloshing around on Solana. You are. That colleague sent me something about a pre-sale on a Solana layer 2. They may need more bandwidth. Trustless cross-chain DeFi. ZK privacy. You know, privacy is going to be standard soon. It's like, if you don't have privacy, you're jokes. Could be the problem with Bitcoin, right? I'm just kind of wondering if they're going to go after like Zcash or any of these other things. I mean, I don't, yeah, privacy is not every day that goes by, it feels less and less like that's a weird thing. We don't need privacy, huh? We don't need it. Are you sure? You sure we don't need it? Okay. Just checking. Which crypto firms are going next? All of them. Chainalysis, Kraken, Fireblocks, Gemini, everybody. Did Circle execute its IPO perfectly? Well, I think they dramatically underestimated the demand, right? Like Wall Street priced it, told them, yeah, we can sell your stock at $30. They took the stock and it just took off. Was that perfect for Circle? No, they probably could have gotten a lot more money for the stock. But of course, everybody inside Circle that is now compensated in stock options, locked up long-term, I'm sure they're fine with it. I don't even think Circle's going to be on the market long. I think someone's going to come in and acquire the whole thing. I mean, we have massive FOMO. You have massive FOMO in AI, crypto, stable coins. It's all next, right? They just don't care. I'm telling you, it's 1999 all over again. They absolutely don't care. It's called, what is it called? Inelastic demand. Like, no matter how high the price goes, they don't care. They still want it. Want what? Crypto, stable coins, AI. Watch out in XRP. These guys who are throwing around $100 million packages for people, they just don't care, dude. They just don't care. They are going to pay whatever they are going to pay. So don't forget, Waltzing with Anarchy, the antivirus podcast. Don't forget, they got a guy helping them with the YouTube scripts now. Oh, yeah. Big John's got himself a producer, and they have released his personal blogs. I was like, oh, that's nice. What's he writing about? Crypto? He's like, no, dude. He's writing about some like serious heavy duty stuff. Okay. Like for real. Like who chased him down? Why? All the things he knew. Hello. Right. Little green candle action going on there. Let's go. Dude, we got the only AI influencer as of now. Okay, so what are we doing? We got Bitcoin down, okay, and ETH is up. Lux Algo buy signal yesterday. ETH is at equilibrium. Like, don't even tell me this is overbought. Don't even tell me this. I don't want to hear it, right? Quant models, everyone sold it into a hole. They all got caught, and then boom. ETH is sitting here at equilibrium, and someone's going to tell me that 2,850 is resistance. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, okay. On the chart, it is. I don't care. I don't care. Premium zones at like 4,100. Call me. I'm logging off. Like I said, don't be surprised if Elon comes in as something different than what the orange man is doing. I don't know. Maybe that means ETH. Maybe that means Doge. That guy's going to get seen too. I forgot to do Doge yesterday. This is absurdly underpriced. Like, he's done it before, and he made all this noise and hosed himself, and now he can just have Tesla start announcing purchases, or he can start doing a Michael Saylor and start announcing personal purchases, whatever, or start accepting it for Teslas. Crypto bros don't care. They don't care about parties. They don't care about ideology. They don't care about deficits. They care who is helping them with their bags. So if this guy comes in and says, I'll take Doge for a Tesla, boom, this whole ecosystem is going. He could do one tweet a month or one tweet a week like Saylor and have a huge impact. Huge. Because his competitors are FOMOing into all kinds of stuff. Now, he may have some of that stuff set up already, but his competitors are FOMOing into whatever they're FOMOing into because they're going to get the data from the plant company, right? You don't need a nuclear reactor for data unless, like Amazon, you've got all the world's data about what everybody likes to buy, and then you're probably going to get more data. It's the race to play God. And what are you going to do for you? We talk about this every day. I know I sound crazy. That's good. That's good. Okay, so Zcash actually is at resistance. This is the daily chart. Okay. Again, DeFi, Pendle, right? Some of these like small plays. These Lux Algo upward sloping formations. Anybody who's been here for a while, remember how painful it was? Like, took off in 2024. Arrow went from $0 to $2. Then you had to watch the, you're not early anymore videos. Okay, you're early now. People are not getting this at all. At all. No one has seen a tech rally in so long. No one believes it. Okay. Right? No one believes that this part of crypto actually exists. Right? And I think you got to start getting, what the first warning sign? Well, first of all, here's super, right? Again, stuff on support so far away from real resistance. It's insane, right? Remember all these Coinbase coins? Like it's bananas. And I think even if you like take a shot over to memes, right? With levered Solana. What's happened here? They were selling it 3 days ago. Nothing is happening here. Pepe on the move, right? Still hasn't fully flipped itself around from a negative signal a couple of days ago. So the quant systems haven't made the pivot yet. The machines have not made the move. They're about to. You start asking yourself, seriously, like what happens if all these models go beep, beep, beep? Because they've been buying metals. They've been buying metals for 3 days. Let me see, where's platinum? Gold alternative, up only. And we're afraid to buy Ethereum at 2,700. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be running a show, and I'm sitting here reading charts, laughing. I mean, dude, like the Ethereum ecosystem this morning, like not outside of ETH, is only up 1%. It's up 1.8%, and you have Lux Algo giving you the FOMO go signal. Excuse me, right? Like down here. Same thing. Did some historical work last night. You get a 4% rally in a 4% rally in Bitcoin on a Monday in a general uptrend. That's how I would call it. Like not a parabolic, just a general uptrend. Dude, Bitcoin can go, or big cryptos can go 10, 15% higher. No problem. No problem. And a lot of this stuff, like the made in the USA stuff, is not performing. Made in the USA is doing nothing. And how fast do you think that they're going to have to pivot back to this eventually? Like when we get done with the Instagram riots, when we get done, when the big, beautiful bill is whatever it is, they're coming back to this eventually. Because they need a growth industry, right? Apparently, they're not having a problem with the 1999 FOMO in the legacy AI sector, but what about Web3? Remember all the stuff about how you grow your way out of debt? That was RFKJ's. I think I've said every single word you can't say today. You remember that? By the way, if we're going to just say it, let's check out where these guys are trading. I've never looked at the chart. Okay, so this chart's trading well, right? This was at 23 in August of last year. It's now at 132. At the premium zone, you got a lot of bearish divergences here. So they've priced in a good future for the guys that helped build Skynet for real. Let's see. So we have Skynet versus ETH, right? Skynet straight up, ETH straight down. Straight down. Soon to rectify this whole thing, right? Like the ETH is the pink line. Nowhere's near its highs. Nowhere's near. This thing extended itself massively. ETH has done nothing. And every single other layer one is probably going to go with it. Because why wouldn't it? Right? But why wouldn't it? Look at this. So the AI coins in crypto, the big ones, are worth $44 billion. So these guys are getting paid $100 million. If they all got together, they could buy the entire crypto ecosystem, maybe. $45 billion. And they're spending 10 to 20 billion per day and paying people $100 million. You don't have, if you go to like crypto small caps and AI, like I try to do a different one every day. So, I don't like endorse any particular one, but like neural AI, for example, fully diluted market cap, 32 million. ZK AI. Protect your data while you use AI. 734,000. Okay, so I think the point has been made, right? The point has been made, and FOMO is here. It's not on the screen yet, but FOMO is here, right? 20 billion. I'll take a nuclear reactor. I'll take a data company run by a 28-year-old, little 10B there, and I'll take $1 billion worth of talent. 15 guys. Anything else? Is there anything else out there? Yeah, there actually is, right? And the valuation surge is going to be whoosh. And, one of the things that happened in 1999 is that once everybody had to get involved, literally everyone had to get involved, and that could include Apple. And if I was Apple, I would just simply do ETH and Solana. That's what I would do. Or they got to put Bitcoin functionality inside the phones, which is another way to do it, right? You can move Bitcoin around and we'll just collect a little bit along the way. So we don't have to actually buy it. We just get everybody moving it on our devices, because that's what Bitcoin doesn't have. It doesn't have a device. It'd be logical for Apple to build the Bitcoin device. Everyone has to FOMO in. per 1999. It was not optional. If you didn't participate, you were fired. Now, some guys were fired at the top, and then that was the end. Okay. But if you didn't participate, you were, it was like NFTs. Like you had to have a cyberpunk. You had to have a Bored Ape. You had to. You couldn't be in crypto. You could not be an important person in crypto without a Bored Ape. That's how insane it was. That is what is now beginning over there with the tech bros. Okay, people, that's the market update for today. We will see you tomorrow.